YouTube, we are back with another redstone tutorial, and in today's video we are looking at an expandable piston extender that is absolutely tiny. Now the other one that I did, which was the special, wasn't actually that small, because I mean it's like it was decent, but this one just like completely trumps it, and it's a lot better. So let's just take a look at it in action, and as you can see, it extends all the way. The extending sort of is a little slow because that's the way that I have to really do it. But the retracting is a lot faster, because as you can see, it just like does it all in one bit right there, and it doesn't really stop as well. So that's awesome. But yeah, this is a world record for the total area of the contraption. The total area that it takes up, really. Because basically, Doomblatt has the world record for the wiring. It's the record for the wiring. Because his only goes up to this point right here. And his is like his is like 2 by 7 by whatever, however many times you want to expand it or anything. And then mine is 3 by 4. So his is like 14, and then mine's like 14 times whatever, and then mine is 12 by whatever. So there's like 2 blocks smaller by one layer, or in one layer. And if it just like adds up to be a bit bigger, than his in the wiring front. But my total sort of area that the contraption takes up is the smallest, basically, because he doesn't count like past this point, which is not the wiring, which is understandable. But yeah, that is it. And this sort of design right here, it can only go up to like 12 or 11 or 12 blocks, and I've been working on like an infinitely expandable design, but yeah, I haven't done it yet. But when I do, I'll be sure to upload it, and so you guys can take a look at it. But yeah, this is the design. And let's just get on with the tutorial. So I'm going to start things off by just making a 4-piston extender, and I will show you later on how to expand it. So I'll start with the piston layout, which is just 4 sticky pistons, and then a whatever block you want to be pushing. And then what you want to do is you want to go 1 block out from the last piston right here, and then a line that skips 1 block, and then have another block. So just like that, and then do this for however many times however many sticky pistons here you have. So it's going to be 4 just like that, and that's going to be just right. So let's just put in some torches, and it's easier, or it looks better if you do it like from the back and then to the front. And also, like, it's a way of seeing how, or if you have gotten too many pistons right there as well. But yeah, so also now what you want to do is you want to have a torch here on the sort of side right there, but not on the last one, because it's basically just not needed for there. But yeah, so then what you want to do is you want to go 1 block below the torch right there. And then also you want to have a block there as well. And then you just want to keep on placing blocks like that all the way until the last bit. So basically the entire length of your blocks here with the torches on them, you want to have a row of blocks right there. And then that should be good. And then what you want to do is you want to have a repeater on 2 ticks just in between these gaps right there, and then it should be 1 less than the total amount of pistons, because we don't have one right here. So then that should be like that, and then for the then onto the next bit, what you want to do is you want to have a torch just under there, just like a sneaky little torch right there, and then keep on repeating that for all of the other ones. So there, and then also there. And if you did that in order, it doesn't really matter really, but it just retracts them and then looks nice at the end. But I'm just going to completely retract it so it will look good when it's actually going, or it's, when it's actually doing something. But yeah, and then what you want to do here is you want to have a block here with a piece of dust on it, just like that, and that will be powering the torch on the opposite side of the block there. So then what you want to do is you want to just skip a block every, and then put a torch every other block, and put a block every other block basically. Also you want to have a piece of dust on all of the blocks right there, and that's going to be working like that. Then onto the final layer, you want to have a repeater on 4 ticks going into this direction, and then have another one in the, just basically put repeaters on 4 ticks in between the gaps on the bottom layer here. That will be then powering the blocks with the dust on top of them. And then onto this bit right here is basically really easy. You want to skip the first block here, because then it will just stuff up, and you don't want to have that. And then you want to have a repeater going into that block right there, then have another one on a block going into that block, and then repeat it for all of the blocks all the way down, just like that. So then what you want to do is you want to have a block up and then have a block here. Now this is going to be just for the first bit right here, so the end of it really, and it's just going to be a piece of dust just like that. But then from now on, what you want to do is you want to have a repeater on 4 ticks, and then repeat that all the way to the end of your piston line, or your extending piston line basically. And that is your wiring complete. All you got to do now is put in your falling edge monostable, and that can be done with putting a block here and then have a comparator just like that with a hopper dropper sort of falling edge monostable right here. So get your hopper and also your dropper, and then put any item in, it doesn't matter, whatever you want. And then what you want to do is you want to have a block there with a piece of dust on it, and then have a block off again with a repeater on 1 tick. Actually it doesn't really matter what tick, or how many ticks a repeater's on. But then you want to have a block up right there with a lever that's turned on like that. Now if you don't want to do this, all you can do is you basically just put a redstone block there, and that should basically just do the same thing. But for the sake of cheapness, I'm just going to put a lever there and then turn it on, and then that should be powering this repeater right there. And then next what you want to do is you want to have a sticky piston underneath this block right here, and then have a redstone block like that, and that should activate the whole thing, but it should also just retract it. But that is it, and let's just see it in action. So let's just turn it on just like that, and then turn it off, and as you can see it will retract everything and be awesome. So that is it. Now what you want to do if you are trying to expand the amount of pistons here, all you got to do is you want to repeat these 2 layers right here, so that one and that one, and then basically just repeat them backwards. So add a layer to here. So if we just want to do this, all you got to do is put a repeater on 1 tick there, and then have your repeater on 4 ticks there, and then have a block up, and then have another block there with a repeater on 4 ticks, and then have your dust there with 2 blocks right there, and then have a repeater on 2 ticks there with a torch on the side of that, or on the opposite side of that, and then have a torch on there, and then a torch on there. And that's basically it. All you got to do is you want to remove those the first two pistons right there, or the first piston there, and also the block, and then put a block there, and then have a piston there, and then another piston there, and we have just turned that into a 5-piston extender. So if we just turn that on just like that, as you can see, it's working, and then if we turn it off, it will work again. So that is how you expand it, and you can basically just do that as many times as you like, up to 11 or 12, because as I said, this is not infinitely expandable as of yet. I'm working on it for it to be infinitely expandable. But yeah, that was it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video on the expandable piston extender. That's nuts. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace.